commercial policy of East India Company, or commercial policy of English, or you can say commercial legislation, because here I want to discuss 1813 Charter Act. See, in 1813 Charter Act, what happened? 13. The East India Company's monopoly that was ended. Free trade started in India, except tea and opium. In 33, even tea and opium free trade policy that got ended. Right. 1813 Charter Act. 1813 Charter Act ended the monopoly. Underline this word. Ended the monopoly of East India Company on all items of trade, except tea and opium. Opium is kind of drug.
Like weed.
Weed. Exactly. Weed. Opium means weed. Weed, you know? Okay. We are good at exporting that to China. Trade relation. So when except tea and opium, rest everything, the monopoly which was holded by East India Company before, that got ended, except tea and opium in this Charter Act. And in 1833, Charter Act of 1833, that ended the monopoly of East India Company on all items, underline the word all items of the trade, including tea and opium. So that is the clear marking or beginning of complete free trade policy. Yes or no?
Yes.
So in UPSC prelims, if they said, if they equated 1813 Act for complete free trade policy, the option would be wrong. If they equated 1833 for this is the first time the free trade concept started in India, that is also wrong. The concept started here, the complete word here. So what is the result of this commercial policy? 1813 and 1833. When big country started to, or when big country signed free trade policy, the small country, which country's industry going to affect more? At that time, who are free traders? I mean, we free trade agreement started. I told you, East India Company's monopoly over free trade that got ended. That means rest of the foreigners also they started to trade with India. So all Europeans, they are the big countries then compared to India. When India and big countries, when this was the case, India's industries that got affected or no?
Yes.
The native industry. So this is the reason. What is the result? This is the strategic. Right. This is the strategic. Yes.
So free trade means like we should not pay tax.
We should not pay tax even from here to there, there to here. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆದರೂ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕಟ್ಟಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋರು ಯಾರು? ಸಿ ನಮ್ಮ ನೇಟಿವ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಮರದ ಬಾಚಣಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನೋ ಲೋ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಏನೋ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಇದು ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಸ್ಪೈಸ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಐ ಮೀನ್ ದ ರಾ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ, the finished goods, we're talking about finished goods. See, they are the machine made products, here we are the hand made products, small. See, in these small businesses or small industries, they're not able to compete with the big industrialists. They are the industry, they know the industry, they know the machines, right? So they have awareness about the machines. That means what? They had a strong machines for the same product which we are manufactured in a hand here. So handmade versus machine made. So which one would start to prepare? Being Indian also, they'll prefer machine made, and definitely foreigners will not prefer this handmade. So from where to where the goods movement started? There to here. When there to here with the free of before when there is no free trade means they must pay for this trade. At least it may be a minimum. They are in a pay. They are in a pay mode, right? ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಂಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ. ಲಿಸನ್ here. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ at least ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಂಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ at least ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೂ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೂ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅರೆ ಯಾರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಇಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಪೇ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ.
ಪ್ರಿಂಟೆಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾತ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಫ್ಲೋರಲ್ ಆ ತರದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಿಂಟೆಡ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇತ್ತು ಯುರೋಪ್, ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಅವರು ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅಂತ ಅದನ್ನ ಬ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು.
ಅವರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲ ಬೇಕು
ಮಸ್ಲಿನ್ ಕ್ಲಾತ್ we discussed it, a soft cloth, that is also they strategically they will not hit directly. Strategically, you know what, I'll discuss while discussing post independence. I'll discuss this thing, not post independence. While discussing Madam Gandhi, I'll discuss this.
So machine alle
after independence is the same strategic suppression which was started. Strategic suppression. This is within the government, within Indian thing. How she strategically suppressed the press and all. ಆಗಿದೆ ಇದು. ಓಕೆ ಇದೆ
ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್
ಓಕೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ Instead of banning the paper press, she just banned the import of the paper, right? Which was necessary for the newspapers. I mean media at the time, print media. There is no digital media. So like this strategic suppression. So this free trade policy was lifted. We are discussing the result of this commercial legislation, right? When this 1833 Act was signed, which was passed by the same British Parliament, and which was helpful for the same England, but not India. What is the reason? The trade which was there to here, not here to there. From before also there to here, but from there to here they must pay some taxes for the government. Here, when they lifted in the name of the free trade policy, they lifted the tax in the name of free trade policy. There was no tax for the government of India, or government at that time, right? So this is the strategic de-industrialization of Indian native industries. Strategic de-industrialization of Indian native industries. This is the strategic move of the destroying the native industries of India. Yes or no? What is this? See, simple ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. 1813 Act, 1833 Act ಇದು ಬೇರೆ ಏನೂ ಅಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೊಡೆದಾಕಿದೆ. ಕಾಟೇಜ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ, ಕಾಟೇಜ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿನ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೊಡೆದಾಕಿದೆ. Right? This is the commercial legislation. Because of that, I gave a name commercial legislation. Otherwise, this is just a legislation of the Parliament of England. You know what? Whenever you are supposed to write, you are writing this strategic de-industrialization, you should start your answer with the shipbuilding industries for the first. Because in shipbuilding industries, they did this thing. India was good at shipbuilding from the ancient time. India was good at shipbuilding. India's ships sometimes more quality and affordable than the England ships. So some of the England's businessmen also they started to buy Indian ships. So when this became a news, they strategically hit Indian shipbuilding industry. You know how? They made a legislation. Indian made ships, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ number ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, made in which country ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, are not allowed to this route, are not allowed to that route. They started to give their own reason for that. ಅದು ಹೀಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ. They started to ban Indian allowed ships, Indian made ships. ನನಗೇನು ಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ದ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಓನರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮೆನ್ ದೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಪ್ರಿಫರ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡ್ ಶಿಪ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಶಿಪ್ಸ್. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಶಿಪ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ದೇ ನೆವರ್ ಸೆಡ್. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಶಿಪ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಶಿಪ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ದೇ ಗಿವ್ us their own reason for that, right? So whenever you are writing the strategic de-industrialization, your answer must start with the shipbuilding industries. And how you know? At that time, India was manufactured the world's best ships, which was called dhows. This name the previous question. What is dhows? World's best ships, which was manufactured in India during British times, are called dhows. DHAVS. World's best ships. So English restricted the trade between India and England only through England-based ships, not on Indian manufactured ships, through different restrictions. So Indian, as well as Indian, some of the elite businessmen, as well as the most of the English businessmen, they started to prefer England-made ships instead of Indian-made ships. Very big data. Being a businessman, what is I needed? Profit. That's it. So deindustrialization in textile industry, in handicrafts. See, first you started your deindustrialization in ship industries, right? So continue. Deindustrialization in textile industry, handicraft industry. Under custom duty free trade, English started to export large quantity of raw materials, particularly cotton. English started to export large quantities of raw materials in a free trade, in a free trade time, custom duty free trade time. They started to export more raw materials, particularly cotton. ಬೆಳೆದಿರೋದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲದನ್ನು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ರೇಟಿಗೆ ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ what happened to these native industries, native textile industries? Shortage of raw material started now. That is also another problem. Next point, right? After the Battle of Plassey, what was the year?
1757.
Okay, 1757. England followed the policy of discriminated trade and tariff policy. Underline this. England started to follow discriminative trade and tariff policy towards Indian handicrafts.
Discriminative
Trade and tariff policy. Tariff. See, what is the difference between tariff, duty, and tax? There are three words: tax, duty, tariff. I will do it while discussing economy. Done? Okay. Then fine. Anyway, if somebody will not know, I'll again explain it. England followed a discrimination policy, trade and tariff policy towards Indian handicrafts between 1757 to 87, 30 years.
Towards
Indian handicrafts. On an average, 10% per year export duty. See, underline export, not import. export duties were levied on Indian products. Were levied 10% export duties were levied on, what is levied? Hakidru. They put on Indian products. As a result, see what happens when we put more duties on Indian products. Indian products in an external country market become expensive. When it become expensive, it lost its
Demand.
competitiveness in the external market. It become a higher price
Like how like foreign beauty products are expensive.
in India because we put more tariffs on that, right? So it lost its competitiveness in external market. So in Europe, you can take this in our next part. In Europe, it's a kind of shutdown for Indian goods. Or England virtually got market closed for Indian goods. So all other countries under the influence of England closed their markets for Indian products. Even all other countries also, which are all under the influence of the England, taxes were levied indiscriminately on small scale businesses. Taxes was levied indiscriminately on cottage industries. Taxes were levied indiscriminately on every stages of the production, on every stage of the value addition, on every stage of the marketing. Very good. So what happens automatically in general, as expected, the price of the product going to increases. So its competitiveness decreases. The cost of the production also going to high. So Indian goods could not withstand in a competition in front of the foreign goods, right? So Indian cottage industry made good, Indian small industry made goods could not able to stand in front of the machine made cheap goods of the England. Next point, right? British imperialism also caused deindustrialization. What is imperialism?
Continue.
British industrialization also caused
Imperialism.
imperialism also caused deindustrialization. With the expanse of British Empire in India, the native zamindars,
The expansion.
the native zamindars and the princes, their tradition and the princes, with the expense of the British Empire in India, the native zamindars, the native businessmen, big businessmen, the native princes, the native kings, they are the patronizer of the Indian handmade goods. They are the patronizer, what is patronizer? Poshakers. They are the patronizer of the Indian small scale businesses, Indian small scale industries, or Indian handicrafts. They come under the influence of the British. When British Empire increased its territory. So, in a smaller amount, just don't worry, just listen and stay on the number. When imperialism increased, the princes of India, the zamindars of India, instead of patronizing Indian handmade goods, they started to come under the influence of the British machine made cheap goods instead of patronizing Indian made goods. ಹೇಗಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಪವರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕಡೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಮೊದಲು ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಿಕ್ರಾಫ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅವರು ಪ್ಯಾಟ್ರನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಇವಾಗ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಬೆಳೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಅಂಡರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸೊ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಪ್ಯಾಟ್ರನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರು. ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿಕ್ ಡಿಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಆನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು? ಯಾಕೆ ಇವರು ಪ್ಯಾಟ್ರನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ? ಯಾಕೆ ಇವರು ಪೋಷಿಸಲಿಲ್ಲ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಅದನ್ನು ಪೋಷಿಸಬೇಡಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಡಿಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ? ವಿ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಲನಿ. ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸಿಂಗ್, ಡಿಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಲನಿ. ಯೆಸ್ಟರ್ಡೇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಸೊ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದು ಯಾರು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದು? ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಿಚ್? ಯಾರಿಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್. ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಯಾರು? ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ zamindars. ಸೊ ಲೈಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್. In all conquered territories, they started to encourage more and more their own products instead of Indian handicrafts. Next point, poverty in general, as agriculture was ruined, means affected, which affected the purchasing power of the public. That means which affected the demand of the people. In general, in a nutshell, the Indian economic demand itself got decreased. Demand ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ in a nutshell, it means
In a small compost.
in a nutshell means overview ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಓವರ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಮೊದಲೇನಿತ್ತು ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇತ್ತು, ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇತ್ತು, ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಜನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಈಗ ಪಾವರ್ಟಿ ಇದೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ, ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡ್ ಅವರು ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರದನ್ನು ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮೊದಲು ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇತ್ತು, ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ನೇಟಿವ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಟುಡೇ they are influencing, they are patronizing their products instead of our products, they are suppressing our products. Along with that, the demand in Indian market, see for them there are other country market, for Indian natives there are no other market, only Indian market. So there is only one market for Indian products, and in that one market also there is no demand. What is the reason for no demand? Poverty. Right? This is the thing. Englishers, they try to destroy textile industry, but they couldn't able to be successful because textile survived and continued to dominate in Indian market. Continue to be dominant in Indian market.